Okay, Eric, when you're ready.
All right. My father arrived in Australia in January 1950 on a ship called the Volendam. Myself, my mother and my siblings arrived in May 1950 on a ship called the Sibayak. After arriving in Fremantle, we moved down to Mount Barker, where my father was working as a bricklayer in Mount Barker. On my first school, everything therefore naturally was in Mount Barker. I was only 6, but that was the time we had to go to school. I still had to learn the language, of course. I didn't know anything about English. And so my first little bit of learning was in Mount Barker. At the age of 7, we moved up to Perth, where my father had bought a block of land, and in a suburb called Morley. Morley was only equivalent of 10 kilometres out of Perth, but it was full bush. Morley, the city of Perth only went as far as about 6 kilometres out, and after that, yes, you're in bush. Now, of course, it goes more than 50 kilometres out. My first schooling, therefore, was in Morley. It was a small school, but because of bullying, my parents pulled me out of that school and moved to St. Peter's School in Bedford. And so my first few years of schooling was at the Catholic school in Bedford. I knew no English when we first arrived, of course, and my first bit of English was learning from comic books.